Hello YouTube, this is Damar1079 coming at you with another Transformers toy review, and today we're taking a look at Transformer Age of Primes, one of the 13 Primes, Megatronus, or the Fallen, whichever you prefer. And first we'll take a look at his packaging. As you can see, Age of the Primes, Megatronus, the Fallen, whatever you want to call him in his tank mode that is on fire, him in his nice robot form, him in the statue of the 13 Primes, along with that Optimus Prime, I guess, like Optimus Star or whatever, alongside, I guess, one of the Beast ones that looks actually like, what is it, Inferno's head. Maybe this is where he derives from as a Maximal or something. See, there is Megatronus in robot form with all his little attachable parts, which we will get to in robot mode, and also they can go into tank mode too. You can see that he's armed with his arm cannon, or the Requiem blaster that Solus Prime made for him, so he can use to destroy Unicron. Well, at least in the Transformers Power of the Primes series, that's what it was for. Or Megatronus, aka the Fallen, nothing and all that. And now let us lower the camera and bring him back in. And much unlike that little short when I did it, I did get him for my birthday. Could not find him in stores. I eventually found him on Amazon, and that's how I had received him. And he is now currently, at the time of this recording, off again of Amazon, but nice little tank mode. It's got a little missile pod and maybe little cannons or something. And speaking of cannons, his nice big cannon. And with his big cannon, he can use blast effects parts if you have them. All I have is the ones that came with the 86 movie ones, and there you go. You can attach them like so, like that, and or I guess maybe not that one. I guess not these ones either, but at least the cannon can get the pew pew. And speaking of FX parts, Megatronus here comes with all of these flame pieces, which are pretty cool and almost they're almost the same, like when I first saw them, looked like little old Lego pieces for fire. You can place these little ones anywhere that has a hole. I primarily just keep them up here alongside these ones that says to place them right up here on the tank. And I'll just bring this back in for effects, and pretty much there you go. You have all effects part up as that. And besides these accessories that he comes with, he also comes with two weapons. Here he comes with a sword or a machete, and his little staff that kind of reminds me of the weapon from, I think it's the Earthspark cartoon series and all that little weapon that the Multals got to see almost. Or am I thinking of a different one? But that's the first one that comes to mind, is like a spark extractor type thing. And you can combine these. There's a hole down here that you can merge together like so. And out of the box, this here comes separated, and there is a certain way to plug it in. There are little teeth that will show you, and you can store this in vehicle mode. There's a little notch right here that you can get a notch in here, but first you gotta plug this into this right here. And all you have to do is line it up like so, and it doesn't affect him rolling at all. Speaking of rolling, his turret does traverse all the way around, can go up, kind of like so, just because of his arm joints, or you could just get those out of the way and just turn it with it plugged into the pegs inside, like so. That almost makes it look like an old World War II railgun. Literally, railgun. But let's bring in some comparisons. Of course, had to bring in his namesake for this. Cybertronian tank, Cybertronian tank. Megatron, Megatronus. Megatronus, Megatron. Stupid stuff like that. Next to Deluxe class. Of course, here he is next to another liter class, Jetfire. Kind of proper since he was sent by the Fallen to go search for the matrix of leadership. Their version anyways. But now, let us get into transformation. So first thing you want to do, detach all the effects parts and just move them off to the side. Take off the weapon. And first thing you want to do is just take the Requiem blaster out, pretty much like I said, tabs into these little holes right here, and pretty much get this ready for robot mode. Want to just take out this little bit, kind of reference to G1 Megatron. You just flip this little thing up and we'll put that off to the side. And for this, you just want to take this, collapse it down like so, and flip this down to where it just has a little peg, and there you go with the Requiem blaster with his symbol right there. Now to Megatronus himself. First thing you want to do is detach pretty much which will become the chest, but first you want to get these out of the way so they're just out of the way for transformation. So you want to just take this and pull it up from there so it untabs the leg pieces here, so then you can just get these off like so, and do just that. Then you want to just untab the legs from here. They'll just tab in there for vehicle mode. Snap them into place like that. Fold them down, snap. You can just rotate these around so they face the crotch area here. Go back here for now and fold this up like so. Fold down these little skirt pieces and continue with the legs. Want to fold this out, the tread out, so you can fold the leg down, collapse that down, and just fold this down to plug in there, and there you go, one leg all said and done. The same here. The one annoying bit, this arms will just flap around until we get ready for that. Down, down, and tab it in like so. Let me raise the camera and get it a little bit more straight. Next, final bit for down here, you just want to rotate the waist around like so. So now it's facing this way. Now you have the lower half all ready to go, which is good. Now you want to just do is rotate this piece around for now. So it pretty much looks like this when you're ready. But for now, so you could just flop out of the way. Now, like they already done, you just want to untab these from what is the chest area here. And just fold these out of the way. So you can you first have to get all this to where it can smoothly rotate all out of the way, so this whole section is like so. And it can be a pain in the neck sometimes to get this lined up, but pretty much that like that, but keep it out of the way for now. So you can take these and rotate them around, but keep them out of the way for now, because now you just want to fold that down so you can get out of the way for clearance. Now you can fold these down like so and flush them. So you can get these down and out of the way. So you can get these to line up to these, which they are a pain in the neck to where you kind of have to tweak it to where you have to almost play with it to keep the head out of the way so you can do all this, which it doesn't want to for some reason. Oh, just to get one out of the way, I guess. Like that. Like I said, it's a pain in the neck. Give me a second. There you go. Just so these can line up to that, like so, but you want to keep that still out of the way for now, so you can just now fold this all up, tab this little peg into there, like that if you heard the little snap. Line these up to that. Yeah, of course, on camera, wants to be difficult. There. Or not. Great. Doesn't want to line up for some reason. Again, give me a second. Okay, I might have been wrong. This has to stay flush like that, so it all lines up. My bad. These have to keep flush down. My mistake. Pull these down out of the way. And now you just take all this, like I said, line up this to this, and these little tabs will plug in into there somewhere, like so. Now you just want to accordion these arms into place. Rotate the arms around, flip this little missile pod up, flip this up, and turn it around. And now you want to do is just fold out his hands, which these are tabbed in very well, so you can use his weapon, that is of hard plastic, to untake it and flip out his little hands like so and snap. Same like that. Flip it out, and there you go. And there we have Megatronus in robot mode. Oops, sorry about the shaking. My chair hit the camera stand. And let's get a nice look at him. A nice little evil grin, kind of like a furnace all over him, which you will see once I put the effects parts on him. But nice head sculpt and everything. It's been quite a while since I've had a leader class on this channel. And everything looks like more weaponry down here. Nice arm work and everything. Nice little backpack and a nice tank mode that just folds up very nice and neat. Our arms can go all the way around, can go up, swivel, a little over a 90 degrees bend, hand on a ball joint as you saw, a little tight, hands can fold out, but that's mainly for like his one weapon, both side, rotation at the waist, head is on a little ball joint, legs on that little weird joint like his sibling. Good good knee bend, foot, a good tilt, and good foot little motion so you can get him in nice little poses in every thing. Which now let us get him armed up, and then we will put him with excess. Then we will get him. Whoopsie, he just fell backwards. As I was saying, before he fell backwards, we'll get him armed up, and then I'll do the comparisons. Of course, get him with his Requiem blaster. Put it either hole. I just always put it in the top one, like so. Now he has that. His little Megatron piece, you can put it pretty much anywhere here. The instruction says like right here, but I'll put it like right there, kind of just behind him, give him more of that G1-y look to where maybe Megatron like, oh, that's a good idea, I'll keep that thing there. In terms of weapons, like I said, can take it combined or not. I'll show you. This one, you can keep his fist closed and have him holding it. Don't follow me again. This one, you have to open his hand like so and just stick it in there and he will grip it. In there you have Megatronus holding both of these. And or what I like to do, since he has the blaster in one hand, you could just combine it. And now he has a spear, kind of much like what he did in the Transformers 1 movie, and he does not want to stand. And can have him having it on a dead enemy like so. And as for these fiery bits, you can stick them on him in these nice little locations. Since I orientate it right, pretty much for these, you just peg them in right there like so. It's an orientation. There's for the big ones. For the tiny ones, they're supposed to be plugged right back here, which also you can plug one like in the little barrel, kind of get on a chimney, but I like the little seamless look like so. And there you have him all fired up and armed to the teeth with his Requiem blaster, his spear, alongside him all burning in rage, ready to either destroy Unicron and or help his fellow siblings. Which, speaking of siblings, we'll get yet again, like I did with Solus Prime, a nice family shot. So let me back her up, bring him in closer. There is the 13th. I don't know which one she is. In the number group, Solus Prime, Prima, the one that Megatronus killed, and of course, we got to bring in the one who made them, Primus. In a nice little family look, as you can see. You got the god among them, and you got the gods that he created, which I'm going to probably have to do this wide shot out on my patio or in a different spot till once I complete all the 13 primes that I get my hands on. This is going to be a pretty big one, so that one will be a noisy one once I get the final one. But a nice little family portrait thus far. And also, just because he's right here and I put him in battle mode, here he is next to my previous review, Sentinel Prime, the Prime that he just wanted to get his T-Cog from, and so why not have the person that stole his transformation cog next to him. Kind of a funny detail I've noticed. These little pads right here, kind of like the ones right there. So maybe this is homaging to like, hey, that's where he got that from in his battle form. Kind of neat, don't you think? And here he is, next to the one of the only other Fallen that I have. Here he is next to fellow Liter class, Revenge of the Fallen. How they look together. And let me know in the comments below, which one do you like more? Out of all the Fallen that we've seen, which one, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say as we've seen, because also that means that Power of the Primes one. Out of these two, which one is your favorite, the Fallen, that they have depicted? This one that again has a spear, and this one that can pick up people by levitation, or almost equal to the Force or something? Or do you like this one with all the fire and all that? It was the Requiem Blaster. Let me know in the comments below. And here he is next to technically the one that killed that Fallen, Optimus Prime. Well, a Optimus Prime. And that is pretty much it all for that. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And just as I'm doing that, here's next to Goku. And the lightsaber, because I haven't done them both in a while. But pretty much, I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And please leave your comments down below and tell me, out of all the primes that we have thus far, which one is your favorite out of the three that we currently can get? Do you like the Fallen? Do you like Solus? Or Prima? Let me know. Or do you have gotten that Titan class, like Star Optimus Japanese thing? Pretty much this one, if you've gotten your hands on him at all. Let me know in the comments below. And once again, I want to thank you all for watching, like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I shall catch you all in the next one. See ya.